Hello, my lovely friends. Christmas is here in the cottage, and I wanted you to see how I light up my home and bring cheer during this dark and dreary time of year. Winter is beautiful in so many ways, but it does require us to implement cozy ambient lighting so that the early days don't leave us depressed or down. The quiet and stillness of these months have really been, for me, a welcome change of pace and something my heart craves. Christmastime brings so much peace and hope, and it helps to reestablish what's most important in our lives. As we reflect on the true meaning of Christmas, we can find comfort in each small detail and find appreciation in every moment that we create, so as to make even the most simple blessings leave a lasting impression in our hearts. Thank you for being here, friends, and I really hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Hello everyone, welcome back again. I'm so happy that you decided to join me again today. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope that you're enjoying this time of year. Today is a very rainy, windy day. It has been raining like nonstop all night long and started yesterday early in the evening, and it's just been raining continuously. So everything is just very dreary. So I decided just to stay in the house today and be cozy and just enjoy this Sunday afternoon doing some baking. And I'm really looking forward to getting into the kitchen, and I hope that you'll join me as I get ready to bake the batch of the most delicious chocolate chip cookies in the world. David actually came across this recipe for me. I don't really remember where he found it, but it was titled The Best Chocolate Chip Cookies Ever. And when I saw that title, I was a bit skeptical. I baked them already a couple of times and they've become our favorite cookies. So I'm gonna make some today and share the recipe with you. And also I'm going to gift a few of these cookies to some loved ones and friends and family. So let me know in the comments, please, what you think about gifting baked goods or things that you make in the kitchen. And have you ever done so before? Have you ever baked something for a family member as a Christmas present? Please let me know in the comments below and let's see what you think. And in spite of all of the rain and all of the dreary, David and I were able to successfully go and get our grocery shopping trip finished this morning. And I just went out a little while ago to take some trash and was able to look around and see that the strong gusty winds did kind of do a number on our yard to a certain extent. Thankfully, nothing too dire and nothing that we can't clean up afterwards. So I think that it's time to go ahead and get into the kitchen, get ready to do some baking. So let's don our aprons and set the tone with some candles and maybe even some background music and get ready to make the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. Speaking of lighting a cozy candle, David surprised me with these cute hand-poured beeswax candles that he purchased from Cross Creek Honey yesterday at the Arts and Crafts Market. They smell so sweet and burn clean, so they're the perfect little candles to light in our cottage. So I have this melted butter hack. If you're in a pinch and you forgot to set out your butter to soften it, like I often do, because that requires a lot of planning ahead, and sometimes you want to make cookies and you didn't even realize you wanted to make them. So a hack is to heat water up, get it really hot, pour it into a glass, let it be in there for a minute or so. It gets the glass really, really hot. Empty the water out and then set the really hot glass down over top of your stick of butter, and that will soften your stick of butter in just a couple of minutes time. So I love this little trick. I wanted to share it with you guys, and I'm implementing it today for my cookies, because part of the secret to getting the cookies to taste so good is using softened butter. Hello again. We're waiting for our cookies to finish baking. They're all toasty in the oven, and they'll go for about 10 to 12 minutes. It depends, but you wouldn't believe it. The sun is out. It is just shining brightly. It's become a really beautiful afternoon. I didn't expect this. It's still very windy, but the rain has ceased for a bit, and it's just really pleasant out there. And while we wait on the cookies to finish baking, I thought that I would just fill you in a little bit on what it was like yesterday when David and I went down to Jacksonville to our arts market, my very last market of the year. My goodness, I cannot even believe that 2024 is going to be here before you know it. So let me show you a few clips that I took yesterday at the market and let you be a little bit more familiar what it's like a day down there. It's always really fun. So let's just take a tour at the Riverside Arts Market. The realization hit me on this day that I've actually fulfilled yet another year of attending RAM, and that this will be my last market of 2023. Being so close to the water here, as the market is located right along the St. Johns River, that meant that the wind gusts were very strong, but at no point did we actually have any of our products fly away or have our tent compromised. In spite of the chilly weather, the wind, and the little bit of rain that we had off and on, we still had quite a steady crowd of holiday shoppers, and I made many sales, which really made our day, and it was successful and very encouraging. I've been attending this market since 2021, and you really never know what to expect. It's always interesting, and regardless of the day that you go, you can be sure that you're going to have a very rewarding experience and that you're going to have a great time. I'm so very happy that the cookies turned out, the first batch. We have some more in the oven now, and while we wait, I thought I would just tell you another story that took place of recent. It's been a bit of a Christmas tradition for David and I to go down to St. Augustine to see the Festival of Lights every year, and we weren't really sure if we'd get the chance this year because we've just been so busy. But you know, sometimes you just have to make time to do it or you won't do it. We knew that the weather was going to be quite breezy and a little bit cool with maybe some rain in the forecast. We didn't care. We were just going to go down and enjoy our day. Let me go ahead and show you a few clips from that outing, and then you'll see at the very end just what the weather did to us, which was very unpredictable. It's the 30th annual Night of Lights in St. Augustine, Florida. More than 3 million lights adorn every corner of this charming and historic city. David and I have been traditionally coming here for the past 5 years, and we wouldn't miss it or let the dreary, rainy weather hold us back. A cozy, warm Greek cafe called to us, and we dipped inside to wait out the rain. Only when we left, we found that the rainfall had increased and that the inclement weather was just getting started. The streets were nearly empty as most visitors had ducked in somewhere safe and dry. We, however, had to still make it back to the Jeep, so we decided, why not show you the city in a different light? Hey, if it's good for Hollywood, it's good for me. This is definitely an experience we won't soon forget, and I know that it will become one of my cherished memories. So after about 11 minutes or so, when you get ready to take the cookies out, you might notice that they're only slightly toasted around the outer edge and they're really poofed up and they don't quite look done, but they are. That is when you want to go ahead and take them out. They're absolutely ready. What they'll do is they'll kind of settle, and that's what you want. It'll keep the cookie really soft and make it a nice kind of gooey chocolate cookie. A single batch of cookies makes approximately 35 cookies, and I did make a few smaller and then a few a little bit on the larger size. Kind of varied the different size of cookies. Had to put 4 trays into the oven. Didn't take very long at all. A very easy afternoon baking time. All right, guys, so our cookies are all baked and finished and they taste delicious. I really wish I could allow you guys to smell and taste the cookies through watching the video, but unfortunately all you can do is let your eyes do the tasting. I'm actually not finished with my baking yet. Next, I'm gonna do a double batch of banana bread, a batch for us and a batch for a friend as a Christmas gift for him and his family. I have actually shown how I make my banana bread in a video before, so I won't take you through that again. Instead, I'll just link somewhere up here at the top where you can watch that video if you're interested. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that it was a cozy and enjoyable experience. And until I see you in the next video, please be safe. Have a wonderful Christmas holiday season. Make plenty of cherished memories. And I will be seeing you soon, so don't go too far. Love y'all. Bye-bye.